Hello everybody, Wild Tracker here, and welcome to another episode of some Foolcraft. Yes, we've got more fooling around to do today. The sun is setting again. Well, it's not quite, it's gone midday though, but yeah, welcome to another episode. And can I just start off by saying thank you so much to all the comments, all the likes on the videos. Yeah, you guys are obviously loving it, it's getting lots of views, so keep on doing that, guys. Keep on doing it. I love the comments. Click the like button because it helps more than you know. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button because if you don't, you won't get notified when we've got new videos. And come and join us on Discord because that's the place to be. And you know, come and hang out with us. And there is Patreon as well. If you feel like you want to support me, go and hook me up on Patreon, and actually you get access to the vanilla server. And some of our patrons are actually playing on a Foolcraft server with me. So yeah. Go and hit that up, and if you're a Twitch fan, every now and then I do live stream on Twitch, so to be sure to be following me on there as well. But let's get cracking on with it, because I say we had quite a few comments before, and incidentally as well. So some of the guys were thinking I was on the actual Foolcraft server with the official Fools, but I'm not. But let's just disconnect a minute, save and quit. I want to show you guys something, so just bear with me. If we look at credits and we look over here, yes, there we am. So that's my connection with the Foolcraft. I'm not an official Fool. I was just part of the team that helped develop and test the pack more than anything. We spent quite a lot of time testing this pack with Iskal and his development team and that sort of thing. So yeah, so it's nice to have my name in lights, so to speak. But it was just actually great to really you know, play on the server and test it. Now, enough of this fooling around. Where's my... I'm on top of it. I was going to say, where's my house? I can't see it. And I'm actually standing on top of it. So, yeah, let's see. What was I looking up? This is one of the things I was looking up. So, yeah. One of you guys, Adonos, I think his name is. If I butchered that, I'm sorry. Has made a few suggestions. And one of them was to actually make this thing. Now, I remember making this... I think it was on one of the Sky Factory things, so but yeah, I think we should definitely make that. So let's make a few of these tools up, because I don't think it's going to be particularly super useful now at the moment. Put one there, just because well, I guess the vein mining aspect, I'm not doing a huge amount of it now because we're going to be using me creeps for doing all those kind of stuff. Let's make a pick. What else do we need to make? An axe, and we need to make a sword. Is that everything? Is that everything we need? It is. So now, combining all those together, we have this super multi-tool, which effectively is quite good because it will go through that, and I guess we can enchant it and that sort of thing as well. Let's go down in the cave. Its durability is 32,000. So if you compare that to a diamond pick, which is 1500, 1000, its durability is crazy. So that means vein mining, yeah, you should be able to do vein mining without too much of a problem. So thanks for reminding me about that. That's really useful. So we'll definitely keep that on us. But it literally is a multi-tool. So if you enchant it, you should be able to get it up quite powerful. So as an early game tool, that's pretty good. Now, the other thing I want to do, in fact we got some in there, is I've been putting a bed down every time, but then I was playing on the server with my patrons and Twitch subs the other day, and I thought, you know what, we need to make a sleeping bag. That's what we need to make, because yeah, sleeping bag will just means we don't need to put bed down each time. We don't need to reset spawn. We're not going to have enough, are we? It's going to force me to make an extra one. Wow, that is so mean. Let's use a couple more lapis, a couple more wool. Get that in there, and then we can make a sleeping bag. And that's really cool. So we don't need a bed or a TP with us all the time. We can just have that in our inventory. Where we're going to put it, we'll put it there. And then anytime we want to sleep, and nighttime is coming, we don't have to worry about setting our spawn like that. we can just get the sleeping bag and just find a bit of ground, and hey presto, you're sleeping, which is really, really cool. So that's a good thing. Now, another thing that Adonis mentioned, which I'm using again on the server, and I forgot to actually make it on here, is something called the Gluttony Charm. Now, let's see, we're going to need some gold for this. Do we have some gold made up? Yeah, we've got some gold. I'm going to need an apple, because I do believe I've eaten my golden apple. So let's make a golden apple. Boom. Doesn't need to be the super apple or notch apple, but gluttony charm. So wheat and string, that's the other thing we need. So let's grab 3 wheat as it happens. And just 1 piece of string. Now this is really cool because, especially if you're going to be fighting, as we know in the sort of the current version of Minecraft, we'll put that in there. If you need to eat, your saturation goes up really slowly. Now we can't really demonstrate at the moment because I've got good saturation on there still, but it just allows you to eat super quickly. So even if you're using something like potatoes or carrots, rather than it going and each notch going at one, it just goes and it's done, and it is just super fast and efficient. So again, thank you for that, Adonis, for helping me with that. So yeah, really appreciate it. Now what we're going to do, well, we've got a few things to do, and one of them is to actually go to a new area, set up a new base and that sort of thing. Now before we do that, I'm going to want to not let my game freeze. Do we still have some more wool on us? We've got 2 wool. Just 2 wool, no more wool, no more wool. But we should have more string. So let's make some more wool. I think it's just 4, is it? Yes. Because I want to make another bed. So we've got a bed here, and we're going to have a bed at a new location, and we're going to have that as our sort of main base for setting up things, because this is only temporary here. So we've got that. The other thing I want to make for the new base is going to be a mega torch or 2 or 3 or 5, which is basically these things here. So it's 2 diamonds, 2 gold blocks, 2 wood and torches per mega torch. It's quite a lot. So let's make 3 of them, shall we? I don't know how many we need, because the mega torches in this pack, they have been extended. Their range is a little bit better, shall we say, than they normally are. We can't quite make 5. Let's just, we've got some gold, pulverized gold. So how many do we need? We need 7, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we might as well do the rest anyway. So let's stick this in our furnace here. Get that going away. We haven't got any left in there, have we? No. So that can be doing that while we do this. So let's make some logs as we need. Some logs is. We want some logs is. What's a logs is? Let's get those there. Incidentally, the bonsais are doing well over here. I haven't really been in this area too much, but we're getting plenty of wood on each thing. So I think at some point, probably when we move it, we'll set this up slightly different. Maybe use chests to sort all the items out, and then and maybe even actually have different trees in here so we can get the different wood types, maybe even as well. We'll get those sort of going, but we'll have them going into some storage drawers, and then we can just pull out the logs we want to pull out to sort of generate power for our furnace and things like that. But we'll set that up properly when we do that. Let's see, how's the gold going up here? 15 already. That's good enough for me. We only need 1. So there we go. So we should be able to make 3 torches now. There we go. And these are already lit by default, but I'm going to take a flint and steel with me, because the thing about mega torches, do I have a flint and steel in there? No, maybe it's in this one. No, it's got to be in this one. Where are you, Flinty and Steely? There you are. Looking at it all the time. So the thing about mega torches with this is normally you'd put them down and pick them up, and that's absolutely fine. But here you can put them down, but if we pick them back up again, they are now unlit. Okay, it's an unlit mega torch, which doesn't work. So you basically then have to use a flint and steel and light it again, which I think is pretty cool. I quite like that effect. It's it just sort of, yeah, it's kind of realistic, if you like, in that sense. So right, so we've got a bed, we've got mega torches. Let's go over. Now remember, you can just go in your inventory and click on waypoints in here, and then the other thing you can do with waystones is you can right click on here and do it as well, so which is pretty cool. So we're going to go to the island. This is somewhere I found when exploring. It's not a massive, in fact, let's just get one of these down centrally, where, yeah, I guess this is kind of centrally. Can we stick it on top? I mean, we are high up, which is a thing. Can we do shift? No, I can't do it while I'm doing that. Let's just stick it here. Stick it here for now. Maybe we'll stick it underneath. Yeah, so as you can see, so we probably ought to put one over here somewhere, but not necessarily on the top, because we want to get down mobs down below. But I guess we'll stick it on top at the moment. Was there a way down here? Not massively. So let's go down this way then, and stick the torch on this side. Whee! Boom. Stick it there for now, and then we'll go over the opposite side of the island. I don't know whether this is going to cover it. We'll find out later at night and things like that. So that one is there. Kind of wants to be over in this little section down here, and that should cover us over on this side of the island, he says confidently. But we need to light that one. So this is our island. As I said, I found it whilst out and about. If we can zoom out a little bit, it's not too far from our home. So this is where we spawned. That's the village where we've been living. So it's just across the ocean. I mean, this map is full of ocean. Even when you go over here, you soon find lots of ocean again. So we've eventually found a desert. Not much of a desert, but a bit of a desert. And yeah, so I figured this is probably as good a place as any. It's our own little island, so I'd like to try and make it spawn proof. There is a mob there at the moment, but that might be because of you know, it spawned before we put the torch down. But yeah, it's, you know, it's going to be what we're going to call home. We're going to decorate it. We're going to do things with it. So if you've got ideas about this, you know, how we can create stuff on here, we've got quite a nice sort of building area to do some buildings. We've got a bit of a flat or a hollow area here where we could do stuff looking out to the sea. We could build things on the top here. So any of your ideas, I'd love to hear it. And again, we've got a lake there, so it'd be nice to do something with this. Let's set our spawn point a minute, and let's see if we can die with this chance cube, because there's a chance cube here and we can't leave it there, can we? So let's go in the air a little bit, break it. Ooh, what have we got? A pick. Is it one of these super wooden picks? Yeah, efficiency 10, fortune 3, and durability 59. Okay, not going to last long, but it's a fortune 3 pick. They can't really mine very much. But it'll insta mine. How rubbish is that? So yeah, here we are at our island, and I don't know how it is for astral and things like that. It'd be nice if we can find a good astral area on here. We may or may not. We'll just have to see, I guess. But yeah, that's our island. By the way, I did find a few more pets, as you can see on here. So we've got a few more. Got a second cloud pet, which is awesome. So I've got a spare. And that's going to help if I die and I need to go back. Pig pet, bonus hunger saturation, can eat poisoned foods, gives you pork chops. Another enchanting table pet, I've already got one of those. Iron golem, temporary shield. Now again, you see, that might be quite good when fighting mobs. That's good for not getting the wither effect. Night vision, toggle wolf alarm, group assistant, shield pet, and anvil pet auto repairs. So again, that might be quite good to auto repair tools and things like that. So yeah, some pretty decent pets there. Now, one of the things I'd like to get into, And there's a reason for this, and if you go on my Discord, you'll see a comment from Billy TYO8, and yeah, we've been chatting about some stuff, and he's come up with something that might be pretty good for fighting in the roguelike dungeons. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to get into this, which is Astral Sorcery. So we did start getting to this before on the Direwolf pack that we were playing on. So this is basically Astral Sorcery. This is how you start off with. You've got all the sort of the basic things. I'm not going to go through it all because you can read this yourself. You can make an Astral Tomb if you don't find one. I think we were given one at the beginning actually, so yeah, that's easy enough to do. So it gives you all the instructions you need. These ancient shards, which are actually ancient shrines, sorry, so it tells you a little bit about those, and this is something we want to make early on, a resonating wand, so we definitely need that. So let's go and let's go and craft it up. Can we craft it up? No, we need an ender pearl, and we need some of those aquamarine things that we've been finding, and I've been climbing upstairs without realizing. So we've got a few of those, which is pretty awesome, but you can find them as well in riverbeds and seabeds and that sort of thing on the seashore, because let's have a look. They get them from these. Is that the aquamarine? Yeah, aquamarine shale. So basically you can find that on the sort of under the riverbeds and beaches and that sort of thing. So I think it's pretty scarce. We don't want too much in this world, but yeah, you should be able to get by. If you've been raiding dungeons like I have, you should be able to get by. Now the other thing we wanted was ender pearls, which we've got a few. Let's have a look. So resonating wand is that one there. So but we need to make that in a luminous crafting table. Okay, so a luminous crafting table. How do we make a luminous crafting table? Luminous crafting table. Starlight altar. Luminous crafting table. So we need some liquid starlight, a crystal, and yeah. So we can't do those yet, because to do those we're going to have to get a light well, and we need to find a few rock crystals. That's going to be something we need to find. So let's have a look in the book here and see how we find these. So let's ancient shrines. That's not what I want to do. So resonating one, let's have a look at it. Can we not make that in a normal crafting table? Let's have a look. So if we do that, no, is that because it's the wrong marble? Or is it definitely got to be done in one of those? This is where I usually come unstuck, because I'm kind of like, yeah, so it's definitely got to be done in a luminous crafting table. And we can't make the luminous crafting table. Starlight crafting table, luminous crafting table, where's the recipe for it? Like it's not there. There's another one, is there? It's going to be playing up like before. Where's the recipe for a luminous crafting table? Okay, I need to research this. I think if we can't do it like that. Okay, so looking at this, it's saying we can make this wand in a normal crafting table as long as we have it close to one of the rocks in a temple. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to... How's nighttime doing? It's going nighttime. So let's take this with us. We're going to go and we pick it up. We're going to go and do this over in the temple over here. There is a temple not far from here. I think it's at the top of here, is it? Here it is. So this is going to be our prime location. Let's go around this side, I think. Did we get in this side? We did. Let's sleep as well, because we don't want any baddies turning up before we actually do anything. Although now I've slept, we probably need to do this at night. Which, although it might have a bit of starlight in it, who knows? We will find out. But I might actually have to do this at night. So I'm just going to put the crafting table down there, and as you can see, that is giving it some starlight. So let's see if we put this in here, is there going to be enough to do it? And 1, 2. Hey! Look, there it is. We have created the resonating wand. So that's slightly different from what I remember. We're going to leave that crafting table there because we might need to come back and do things. Now I believe at night this also gives us other abilities. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to read this book quite carefully in terms of looking for things, because Resonating Wand also has some curious properties. When it's held in either hand at night, it vibrates and emits energetic sparks of white light that gather in seemingly random locations around the surface of the land. Nothing seems out of place or special on the surface though, and that's because if we want to get the crystals, we need to find these ores. And these rock crystal ore are only found near bedrock and only in spawns of 1 or 2. So the only way we're going to actually find them is by holding this in our hand at night and then digging straight down to bedrock. So yeah, I guess that's what we've got to do. Now while we're waiting for night to come along, I think we will just make ourselves up a little bit of sooty marble, because we're going to need this. So it's just literally coal surrounded by marble, and then we've got sooty marble, because when we want to build the next item, which I was having a little look at in between, the luminous crafting table, and I'm guessing is done in the crafting table with some Starlight, is done in that kind of recipe. So crafting table, marble, sooty marble. So I guess we can, again, while we're waiting for the night to come along, we can have a quick look, see if there's enough Starlight in this altar to actually do that. Let's come down here, down into our little room. So let's put that in there. So it was crafting table, marble, and something else. See marble at the top. Oh, look, luminous crafting table. You learned more about exploration. Your visions expand. So, what that means is, in here, we've got this discovery age. Now, we've got the exploration age as well. So, let's just go back in discovery. And the way you navigate is, I'm just using my scroll to scroll in. So, we've learnt all about marble, sooty marble. We've made a luminous crafting table. We've made a resonating wand. We know about ores. We just haven't got them yet. So, we've kind of covered everything. So, I can scroll back out and then come across over here, exploration. And so now we can zoom in, and all of a sudden you see we've got all these other ones now in terms of exploring. So crystal growth, rock crystal properties. So yeah, gives you ability to learn about this. So the fact we can then link these through, because we want to make this forensic resonator. To do that, we need the liquid Starlight. Now for the liquid Starlight, we get that through a light well. So basically by creating a light well, which we still need these rock crystals, we're going to get those in a minute. We need this light well, which we're going to place aquamarine on top, and it's going to create the Starlight for us. Is there anything here that actually tells you about it? Spectral relay, nothing as such. Crystal tools. These are supposed to be quite good tools, actually. Tap damage is quite good. Yeah, so we can make crystal tools. I guess the pick is the harvest level 3. Maybe not as good as I think. Grindstone. Okay, so lots of things in here which we need to do just to get the basics of Astral Sorcery going. So yeah, and I think this is the rock crystal. Almost every newly mined rock crystal is unique, so this is telling us that they've got different properties, different strengths and that sort of thing, which is going to be pretty awesome. And then we can actually grow these crystals and make them better and divide them. And so we got the light well. As I say, this is what we're going to need to actually get ourselves some liquid Starlight. So yeah, it's not quite night time yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So I think all we need to do now is find some rock crystals, and then we'll head over to the new island and actually find a place to put this luminous crafting table down. Because I'm hoping at night this will also give us an indication. In fact, we probably ought to do that. Let's head over there and see if we can get some we can find some places at night. So it's midday, so it's going to take a few minutes. Let's get those few minutes out the way. Let's just check actually while we're over here. Is there any more chance cubes on our island that need bashing and giving us lots of goodies, or are going to kill us? I can't see any there. Certainly none on the surface anyway, which is a bit of a shame. It'd be nice to just find the odd chance cube now and break them and die. We've got a mini moo over there of some sorts. This is something we're going to have to look at as well, mini moos and what they can do and breed them. He's a statue moo. Okay, and yeah, it doesn't look like we've got any more chance cubes over here on the island, so that's fine. We'll just endeavour to wait for night time and see if we can find a place to do our astral stuff. The sun is actually setting. The stars are coming out. So let's switch to our wand and see if we see anything happening. There we go. So we've got something over here already, and you can see this sort of puff of white coming out of the ground, and it's kind of coming from this area, quite strong just here. So this is where we're going to go down, and I probably ought to really try and do this, you know, systematically, so I don't fall down and kill myself. But yeah, we've got any torches as well, just so you guys can see a little bit. You don't want to be in complete darkness, but the idea is we need to dig, and we are Y77, so we need to dig all the way down to bedrock. Aha! So we're at bedrock, and there we go, rock crystal ore. So that's what we're looking for. Now I don't know whether there's a lot of this around here or not, so let's do a bit of vein mining. No, it just looks like the one. That's all we've got is the one. Oh, we found some emeralds though. Now something you could possibly do is do a lot of vein mining down on bedrock level, and that's going to give you lots of resources. But you know, it's an option, and you might find these randomly, but still the best way is going to be with the wand. As you can see, it emanates this sort of thing going up, and even though it came out of several stones, you can see it doesn't go directly straight up. This is where we saw it around this area, so you just got to dig down and get that. Now, can we actually, will that fortune it? can we get this with our cheaty? And it just didn't like it. It just didn't like it. It's a wooden. What do you expect? Yeah. So that is rubbish. Look, because even if I do it on here, it's probably not going to give me the go away. Yeah. So we need to find a few more of these. And if that one is now broken and gone, I'm just going to collect this all while I'm down here. We're very close to lava as well, so I have to be careful. But yeah, let's go back at the top, see if I can find another one. For us to use, and I can't even pick that up. Let's get the stuff, get all the stuff. As you can see, I just vein mined my way down to this one, so that was far easier. And there we go, we've got these crystals. So let's get rid of. In fact, let's put some stuff away. That will probably help us. If we put that there, get rid of that, and we can put those crystals in there, which is awesome. Coal we don't need, that we don't need. Yeah, and we've got a few things. In fact, we'll keep that there. So we now have these crystals, and that's, you know, what we're looking for then doing the rest of the recipes. So let's have a quick look in here. So the light well is what we need to craft next, and that's basically crafted with the special ruined marble. So it's ruined marble, it's chiseled marble, and it's aquamarine. And the nice thing about this is actually, if you don't want to look it up in the JAI, you can actually go in here and it will actually give you all the recipes for the different marble types. So it can tell you that makes that, that makes that. So this is chiseled marble and 2 of those, and I think we needed chiseled marble anyway, which is 4 marble like there. So yeah, it kind of gives you the recipes on how to actually make each one, which is really cool. It looks like we're actually getting some Starlight straight away just by having it here, but it's not full, so I don't know whether the light well will need the full amount for it, but we shall see. So we need 3 of those, 2 of those, some that sort of thing. So let's have a look. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, and then 2 of those. So that's the light well, but as you can see, it's not doing anything. It's not giving you the recipe or anything like that because it doesn't actually have enough Starlight. So again, a lot of this is going to be done at night time. We've got to wait for the night to come along so we can make ourselves a light well. So there's enough power in here now, and I forgot to put the rock crystal in there, so I guess that, do we tap it with this thing? There we go. I have to remember what we did then. So that is now making it, and there is our light well, which is awesome. So let's put that down on the ground. And again, this is just a temporary home for it at the moment. Now I believe we take one of these aquamarines and we pop that on there. Now as you can see, this is now making the stuff we need. So we can't take it out of there yet because it's not full. This is going to fill up. I don't think there's a way of telling how much is in there, is there? No. I think we just got to wait for it to fill with Starlight. And then once we got our Starlight, we'll be able to take it out with the bucket. This will eventually break. That's the thing. So we're going to have to automate this process at some point, for sure and for certain. But we'll just let it do there. And then once we've done that, because one of the things that we want to do, if we just come back out of here and go back into our, was it Discovery? No, it's not Discovery. Exploration is where we're after, isn't it? Come on, Exploration, where are you? There you are. It is a bit weird the way you go into these things, but yeah, so we've created our light well. That's one thing. But there's a few recipes like this, which I would like, which need, so we need gold, marble, 1 liquid Starlight, and 1 aquamarine. Now, do I actually have any gold with me? Did I bring any with me? No, I didn't. So, is that still filling? I guess we'll find out in a second. Hopefully this episode isn't going on too far. So let's go back quickly to the home village. That's going to stop working because it's not chunk loaded. My game's frozen again. There we go. Yeah, so unfortunately it's not chunk loaded. I don't use the Feed the Beast chunk loaders because the experience we had before, certainly on a server where they created a lot of problems, a lot of lag. So we don't necessarily want to do that. So I'm going to try and keep it as lag free as possible. Let's go back to the island, let this carry on cooking, and then very soon when it's done this, and you can see how that is just absorbing Starlight at the moment, but soon as the moon goes down, it's going to stop working. So let's just hope. I mean, we need to make a couple of these wells really. That's probably, there we go, that's probably the thing. So we want Starlight. We want, how do we want to make it? So where is the item? See if it tells us in here. Tries to find it. Probably should open my book. Here it is. So the forensic resonator. No, it's not telling us in there. There we go. So 2 gold at the bottom. Okay. So gold at the bottom. 2 astral marbles. 1 of these at the top. Get our wand. Go boom. Oh! And it should make this for us, which is awesome. There we go. Now, the nice thing about this, in theory, and I don't know whether we can actually find anywhere on the island. By the way, our torches aren't illuminating the whole island, just in case you were wondering. I can't see anything here. We are looking for this. I presume it will anyway. I'm pretty sure this is the thing that then shows us where we've got land to do this. So no, there's nothing there. So let's go and have a quick look over here, see if there's anything that we can find. And the night is coming, so we might have to do this another time. But what I'm trying to do is actually find a location that is going to be good for Astral Sorcery. That's the key to this, and I'm pretty sure this is what does it. So I'm just going to quickly scoot around still, see if I can find a spot. Nothing so far, which is a bit of a shame. We don't want anything. Well, actually, I guess we could put a waystone up anywhere, so we can create an actual base for this absolutely anywhere we want. Higher is better. Height really does help. And again, I can't see anything over here, and the night or the sun is coming, so yeah, it kind of ruins it a little bit. So I think maybe we'll do that with the next episode, or I'll have a scout around and see if I can actually find anywhere that's good for Astral Sorcery. It would be good if it was on top of a mountain, because mountains' height affect it essentially. But we've got started, and that's the awesome thing, is we've actually got started in Astral, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to get started in this thing. Because say we've got some good stuff coming up with this, and I want to play with a few of the magic mods. So there's this one. I want to play around with some of the other ones. What was the other one I wanted to play around with? I don't know. This one here that gives us all those symbols that I haven't played around in absolutely ages. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Any ideas, anything you think we should be doing with this and we can do better, please do leave in the comments. Come over and hang out on Discord. I know a few of you guys are really good on Astral, but let me know, and then we can do this together. And yeah, don't forget, if you're a patron of mine, come and hang out on the vanilla patron server, and come and hang out on the Foolcraft server. Alright guys, we'll see you soon, I hope. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Bye.